Hi, my name is Carissa Laffey, and today I'm going to be showing you an activity that will utilize the fresh or saltwater wetlands on the Bolivar Habitat Preserve. Poster art, an abstract look at the environment, is an activity that's designed for 6th through 8th grade and is best done during the winter. This is an example of what your finished product will look like. For poster art, you will need poster board, tempera or acrylic paints, multi-width natural brushes, design sketch paper and pencils, compasses, T-squares, protractors, rulers, and even yardsticks, and also a month to collect newspaper articles or magazine articles. Poster art is an activity that can be done both inside and outside the classroom. Inside the classroom, you can have your students collect their articles and paint, but outside the classroom, they will need to spend time outside sketching their environment.
Posters are art forms intended for public display. They suggest a point of view and provoke public response. This exercise invites several levels of activity and thought. First, middle school students will scan the Galveston County Daily News or the Houston Chronicle for a full month to find articles involving the Galveston Bay area for political, economic, and environmental news and issues. Students will then clip out pertinent articles and organize their findings on the classroom bulletin board. Given these retrieved facts and issues, the students will then visit their immediate wetland habitat on the Bolivar Habitat Preserve to create the visuals necessary to present a powerful public art piece. What would you like to express about where you live and attend school? Do other students know how important the welfare and legacy of your environment is to you, your family, and friends? Keep in mind that although the words are concise and to the point for poster art, the graphics or the deliberately communicated artwork can go in many interesting directions. Some of the most effective graphic work, in fact, is done in abstract terms. Cubism, an art movement inspired by Pablo Picasso, is an analytical way of looking at and developing a composition. In 1909, Picasso, one of the world's greatest artists and innovative scholars, returned to his homeland of Spain, where he began taking a closer look at the landscape surrounding Horta de Ebro, a small village in southern Spain. It was here that Picasso created the first landscape with a true cubist structure. Picasso's hills and skies were constructed in blocks and geometric shapes in an effort to show segments of nature as an organized whole. Picasso believed that the natural world was sharply defined patterns and demonstrated this through his Cubist studies. In creating the art for an effective poster, Cubism could well be visually bold.
First, study the wetland landscape and issue you intend to develop. Imagine natural subjects like trees, grasses, bodies of water, and animals as rectangles, circles, squares, triangles, and overlapping figures and shapes. Create composition of abstract shapes that simplify what is viewed outdoors in the habitat. You can sketch outdoors and simplify the drawing on poster board in the style of Cubism. You can also use tools to create very straight lines on your drawing. Now begin to paint your composition. For this type of style, it's best to use primary colors and probably use no more than 3 different colors. Your students will learn how to communicate with a larger audience. They are going to be constructing a slogan to accompany their artwork that will convey an idea. When collecting newspaper articles, some of your students may come across some controversial topics. Use this time to have civil discussion and debates with your students. Some of your students also might find it challenging to draw in a Cubist style. Remember to show them examples of the artist Pablo Picasso, and also have them practice the Cubism style on their own. You can start by having them draw their table or their desk in the Cubist style, and then have them draw some more natural elements like trees, rivers, and flowers in the Cubist style before you head outside and have them do an entire landscape. Poster art is an activity that can be adapted for younger audiences. With younger students, you can have them just pick one plant or animal that they would like to advocate for. And instead of collecting articles, you can have them write their own slogan or message. To close this lesson, you can have your students display their posters and have the students discuss what they think the different meanings of the posters are. Did your students' message come across strongly? As a follow-up activity, you can even have your students write their own articles to accompany their landscape drawings. You can collect all of these drawings and their articles and put them together to create a magazine that can be distributed school-wide.